Hey everyone, welcome back to Gozy Travels. Join us on this grand tour of Niagara Falls and New York City. Today marks the day one of our 5-day adventure to Niagara Falls and New York City. We are super excited and we are taking you along with us from the very beginning, right from home to the majestic Niagara Falls and New York City. It's an early start. We were up by 2 a.m. and left home by 3 a.m. heading to George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston. Rather than relying on Uber, we drove ourselves and opted for airport parking, which cost us $108 for 5 days. If you plan early, you can book airport parking for as low as around $10 per day in most of the airports across US. We arrived at the airport by 3:40 a.m., breezed through the security thanks to online check-in, and soon boarded our American Airlines flight to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a short layover before our connecting flight to Buffalo Niagara International Airport, which is the gateway to Niagara Falls for people who come to enjoy the beauty of Niagara Falls. The flight from Houston to Charlotte took about 2.5 hours, and the views from above were just amazing. After a quick layover in Charlotte, which by the way is a huge airport with over 100 gates, we finally boarded our flight to Buffalo. Lucky for us, our friend from Dallas joined us on the same connecting flight. We touched down at Buffalo Niagara International Airport, a cozy airport that mostly caters to Niagara tourists. We took an Uber to Niagara Falls, which is about 25 miles or 30 minutes away, as we were informed that Uber or Lyft ride sharing is the best way to reach Niagara Falls. Our driver shared some fun facts about the area on the way to the hotel. We checked into the hotel near the fashion outlets of Niagara Falls around 2 p.m. The area where we stayed is well connected and has plenty of restaurants and even a Target supermarket nearby. Hotels right next to the falls are pricey, but staying just a little away can save you big. The hotels at Niagara Falls can cost you anything between $100 to $500 a night. Plus, there is a free trolley service you can use to get to the falls during the day. By 3 p.m., we were finally at the Niagara Falls State Park, the oldest state park in the USA, established in 1885. With temperatures around 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 26 degrees centigrade, it was perfect weather to explore the falls. From the observation deck, you get a phenomenal view of both the Bridal Veil Falls on the US side and the massive Horseshoe Falls on the Canadian side. Over 3,000 tons of water flows every second here. It's a humbling sight you have to see in person. The highlight of the day is the legendary Maid of the Mist boat ride. Dressed in our blue ponchos, we descended nearly 100 meters to the base of the falls. The boat took us right into the heart of the falls. The roar of the water, the wind, the mist in our face, it's pure magic. A 15-minute ride you'll never forget, and this is a must-do activity when you visit Niagara Falls. After drying off, we hit the Niagara Falls souvenir shop, picked up some cool keepsakes, and wandered around the scenic park. Next up, we explored the iconic Rainbow Bridge, the international bridge between the USA and Canada. You can walk up to the Canadian Immigration Building without crossing the border. The view from the bridge is simply breathtaking. You see both the US and Canadian Falls in one panorama. As darkness fell, finally around 8:45 pm, we stayed to witness the spectacular Niagara Falls light show and fireworks, a fitting end to a truly unforgettable day. We suggest you stay at least for 2 days in Niagara Falls. Apart from the falls, you can explore Cave of the Winds, Niagara Aquarium, Whitewater Walk, Sky Wheel, and even take a hot air balloon ride. You have plenty to do when you are at Niagara Falls. It's day 2 and the town of Niagara Falls is lively and inviting. We hopped on the free trolley ride around the town and visited the famous Seneca Niagara Casino, a hotspot for tourists since casinos are banned in many US states. We walked around and explored the beautiful 19th century buildings, including the Saint Mary of the Cataract Catholic Church, built in 1836 and still as majestic today. The streets were filled with tourists, outdoor games for kids, and lots of souvenir shops. If you are short on time, consider renting a rideshare bike, a fun way to see the town. We grabbed lunch from a food truck and got ready to board our Flix bus to New York City. It's a 9-hour journey covering over 400 miles, costing about $65 per person. And yes, it has a built-in restroom as well for your comfort. Alternatively, you can take an Amtrak train which takes around 8 to 9 hours from Niagara to New York City, or a flight to New York City which is quicker. Our bus journey is long but incredibly scenic. We passed through the towns like Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Cortland, Binghamton, Scranton, and finally arrived in New York City at 10:15 pm. Lush landscapes, rivers, hills, a beautiful glimpse into the heart of the East Coast. We reached Penn Station at New York and luckily our hotel was nearby. After a long but beautiful day, we checked into our hotel at around 10:30 pm, ready to explore the Big Apple on day 3. Welcome to the city that never sleeps, New York City, also known as the Big Apple. Today, on day 3 of our journey, we've got an action-packed day exploring some of New York's most iconic spots, from the Statue of Liberty to Times Square. So let's jump right in. We kicked off early from our hotel and booked a 7-seater Uber to Battery Park, located at the southern tip of Manhattan. This is the departure point for ferries to Liberty Island and Ellis Island. You can plan your New York City trip based on your interests and how many days you have got. Public transport like subways and buses are great, but we preferred Uber when traveling as a group. We booked our ferry through Statue City Cruises, the only official provider. Booked tickets online and arrived early by 8:30 to 9 am to beat the crowds. The ferry runs every 15 to 20 minutes and the ride itself is a treat, with stunning views of Lower Manhattan, the Brooklyn Bridge, and New York Harbor. As we approach Liberty Island, Lady Liberty comes into full view, standing tall at 305 feet, a symbol of freedom and hope. When you are at the Statue of Liberty, you can take unlimited photos from every angle, visit the souvenir shop, explore walking paths, and climb to the pedestal or crown with an advance booking. We explored the Statue of Liberty Museum, opened in 2019. Don't miss the original torch, replaced in 1986. It's on display inside. Next, we headed to Ellis Island, a 10-minute ferry ride away. The first stop for over 12 million immigrants from 1892 to 1954 who came with a lot of dreams. We stepped into the Great Hall, once filled with dreams, now echoing history. Outside, you will find the Immigrant Wall of Honor and the Family History Center where you can trace your ancestry. The full Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island tour takes around 3 to 4 hours and costs $32.5 per adult. Crown access and hard hat tours are extra, so book in advance if you're interested. From Battery Park, we walked to the Charging Bull at Bowling Green, a symbol of financial optimism and strength. This bronze sculpture was placed illegally by artist Arturo Di Morica after the 1987 market crash, but public love kept it here all these years. Thousands visit here daily, and yes, it's super photogenic, but expect a short wait for pictures. Next stop is the American Museum of Natural History. We took the subway, fast, affordable, and very New York. Uber is great for groups, but solo travelers might find the subway more cost effective. After grabbing a quick bite at a nearby food truck, we entered one of the world's most iconic museums. We are starting in the Theodore Roosevelt Rotunda. Check out their towering Barosaurus. Founded in 1869, this museum spans 28 buildings, houses 34 million plus specimens, and features exhibitions on everything from dinosaurs to deep space. The must-sees at the museum are Tyrannosaurus Rex, Giant Blue Whale, Rose Center and Hayden Planetarium, biodiversity and cultural exhibits. Set aside around 4 to 6 hours here. It's massive. Tickets cost $30 for adults and $18 for kids. Just outside the museum is Central Park, New York City's Green Heart. Free to enter and open from 6 am to 1 am. We rented an electric bike for a 30-minute tour, paying $60 with a guide pointing out major attractions. When you are at Central Park, you can explore the must-see spots like Bethesda Fountain, Bow Bridge, the Lake and Lobe Boathouse, Central Park Zoo, and Sheep Meadow and Great Lawn. Central Park covers 843 acres, and we recommend spending around 3 to 4 hours if you have enough time with you. As the sun sets, we hit Times Square, New York City's most iconic nightlife destination. Welcome to the crossroads of the world. Times Square is alive 24/7 with LED lights, street performers, and insane energy. From Broadway theaters to flagship stores, M&M World to massive billboards, Times Square is a world in itself. The New Year ball drop happens here since 1907. You can explore Broadway shows daily, and Times Square is famous for world-class shopping as well. We wrapped up our night with dinner here at Times Square and headed back for some well-deserved rest. It's our last day in New York City, and we have decided to go all in by hopping on one of the city's famous hop-on hop-off bus tours to cover as much as we can before flying out tomorrow morning from Newark Airport to our hometown in Houston, Texas. There are plenty of hop-on hop-off bus services in New York City, but two of the most popular ones are Big Bus Tours and Top View Tours, which have great frequency and allows you to cover most places within a day. We are kicking off our tour at the iconic Empire State Building. Built during 1930 and 1931, this 102-story Art Deco masterpiece once held the title of the world's tallest building. From the top, you get a 360-degree view of Manhattan, from Central Park to the Statue of Liberty and even the Brooklyn Bridge. Next stop is Herald Square, a bustling commercial intersection where Broadway meets 6th Avenue and 34th Street. This is home to Macy's flagship store, the largest departmental store in the US, and the starting point of the famous Thanksgiving Day Parade. We then walk through the Penn District, where you will find the Penn Station, one of the busiest transit hubs in the Western Hemisphere. Right next door is the legendary Madison Square Garden, the garden where history has been made by stars like Elvis, Billy Joel, and the Knicks. Our next stop was a deeply moving one, the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Two reflecting pools now sit where the Twin Towers once stood, honoring the lives lost in the tragic 2001 attacks. Nearby stands the One World Trade Center at 1,776 feet tall. It's a symbol of hope and resilience. Next door is the breathtaking Oculus, a modern architectural marvel by Santiago Calatrava. Inside it houses the Westfield Mall with high-end shops and striking design. After visiting the 9/11 Museum, we headed to an Indian restaurant nearby for lunch. But quick tip for travelers, some places here insist you order a dish per head, which wasn't ideal for us being a group of 8. Walking through Lower Manhattan, we passed through Trinity Church, a Gothic revival landmark from 1846, and the final resting place of Alexander Hamilton, the economist and one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. And right across the street is the New York Stock Exchange, the heartbeat of global finance. And now we are back at Times Square, but this time to catch the magical evening glow. With over 300,000 daily visitors, Times Square truly lives up to its name, the crossroads of the world. From here, we strolled through the theater district, passing by Broadway, the majestic Radio City Music Hall, and into the Rockefeller Center. If you had to decide between Empire State versus Top of the Rock for city views, Top of the Rock is the winner, as you can get the stunning shot of the Empire State Building from here. Plus, there is an open air deck on the 70th floor, giving you unobstructed views of the city skyline. And now, full circle, we are back where we started, Times Square at night. With all the lights, energy, and electric vibe, this is New York in its truest form. If you have more energy, you can catch a Broadway show, go on a night cruise from Pier 83, stroll through the Bryant Park, or visit the stunning Grand Central Terminal. After a good night's sleep, we are now heading to Newark Airport for our 12 p.m. flight to Houston. And just like that, our incredible 5-day journey through Niagara Falls and New York City comes to an end. From the skyline views to the history and energy of the streets, this city truly left its mark on us. It was exhausting, exhilarating, and completely unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your favorite New York City spot down in the comments. We would love to hear it. Until next time, keep exploring.